Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Immortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok Origin. And this time, we're going to be talking about my current build as a High Priest. So most of you have been asking, what am I going to build with my High Priest? Of course, this is going to be a Magnus Priest, but with a twist. We will be making it a hybrid priest, so a Magnus at the same time a support one. So that's one of the purpose of my change into a priest. So the reason why this is going to be, my goal is, of course, most people have been telling me that, it's kind of expensive to become a priest since you have to make two weapons. So the first one is for your grind, and the second one is for the overall support. So one Dea staff and one holy stick. So in this build, I am only making one weapon since we are out of resources already. I could not, I could not add up one more weapon just for that fact. So instead, I put myself into a challenge of making a hybrid priest. So one that could deal damage and at the same time support. So of course, the things that you have to note, of course, if you are a hybrid priest, you cannot, dish out more damage or the maximum damage that you can. And at the same time, you cannot heal the maximum, possible heal that you could give to your party members. So take note of that. That's one of the downside of a hybrid. The pros of a hybrid is because it's, you will only be doing or making one weapon. Okay, so in my case, I'm quite happy already with what I have reached so far in my first 2 days of being a high priest. The first one is the heal. If we are going to be looking at my heal right now, it's reaching 21,000 or 22,000, and it reaches around 23,000 when we are on food. And at the same time, you don't need a suffragium. We can just, cast Magnus Exorcismus at 0.4 second. And at the same time, it's gonna be easier for us since, we could, cast a lot of it. And we could, still dish out damage and at the same time support. So, let's first talk about stats. In terms of stats, I have this 94 on int, dexterity on 76. I have tried both on 76, and we already got the lowest maximum possible cast time on our Magnus Exorcismus. So I have laid the dexterity there to rest. Okay, so the rest would be 94 int, and the rest would be until 99 int. And I would now start to put on vitality after that. Okay, so in terms of our stats, we have 55,000 HP, 4,500 magical attack, and magic damage is around 68.94%. So it's still okay. And healing done, additional 18.5%, and healing taken 24%. So this is our first preset. We will be adding additional preset, but as of now, this is already good. Now, for our skills, of course, we have made two presets here. One for Magnus FS and next for full support. So the pure full support are for those instances wherein your damage would not be adding up to the accomplishment of that task. For example, on Jupero's Ruins, most the bosses out there are holy elements, so your damage there is kind of negligible already. So it would be better for you to do full support there. And sometimes it's not that required to add more damage in certain runs. So I have set up a preset for pure full support. Now, let's go to our Acolyte part and Acolyte 3 on Magnus FS build. So we have 5 on Holy Light since it's going to be needed by our Judex. 10 heal, 10 Angelus, 10 Blessing, and 5 Increase Agi. We did not put Kairi Elison since we will be only using Assumption in this build. And, you know, casting Kairi Elison is gonna take up a lot of your casting time and casting delay. So it's not going to be useful. And the only thing that needs the Kairi Elison on level 5 is going to be Basilica. So I'm going to put it on the pure full support later on. Now, for the priest tree, we did not put any sanctuary here. I'm gonna explain, since we don't have a Vero score that would boost our sanctuary, since you know, radiant boost is what you need here. Since this is a hybrid priest, you need to put in a lot of things, so we cannot put everything. So instead of putting sanctuary, I have put 4 on resurrection, 5 on turn undead, 10 of course Magnus Exorcismus, 3 on recovery, 2 on aspersio, 1 on gloria, and the rest would be increase SP recovery and safety wall. I think safety wall is rather one of the things that you would want on your priest, since most of the bosses out there or most of the dungeons out there would require you to have a safety wall on. And 5 on increase SP recovery. Why? Because of the meditation. So on meditation or meditatio, this one increases your heal by 20%. So big thanks to both Irene and Lodi Kyrian for helping me in this build, since before I did not notice that this one could increase your heal. So they helped me and I have reset it, and they helped me. Particularly Kyrian has helped me build my skill build here. So we now have level 10 meditatio or meditation. So increase SP regen, which is really helpful. SP 10%, but the most important thing here is the heal, 20% heal. Next, Assumption, of course, Judex and Holy Ward, since most of the damage that you will be doing, all of the damage that you will be doing is on Holy Element. Now, we did not put Suffragium since, you know, we did not need any Suffragium. And if you're gonna be still gonna be supporting and casting Suffragium, it's gonna take up again most of the cast delay, so it's not required. So that's only the 4 skills that we will be putting in our High Priest tree. Now for the full support, of course, this time we will be putting from the Holy Light, we'll be putting Kairi Elison, but we will be evolving this in the future so that our full support can also do Judex. But as of now, we are really restricted in terms of the skill points. That's why I put Kairi Elison here. Next would be 4 on Resurrection, of course 10 on Sanctuary, 3 on Recovery, 2 on Aspersio, 1 on Gloria, 10 on Safety Wall, 10 on Numa, 10 on Impositio Manus. So this one has an excess of 12 skill points. The 12 skill points are from this one. Okay, we did not get meditation here. Instead, we got Assumptio, Suffragium, Lex Eterna, Lex Divina, Basilica. So the reason why we did not put meditation there is because this one would be, we would be sacrificing either Numa or Impositio Manus in that case, so that we could put on SP recovery and put meditation. Now, the reason why I put Lex Divina and Lex Eterna here, so that in the future, if we will be going through some PvP battles, of course, this one would be, you know, a much more useful build. Now, in case of the meditation, we lost 20% healing there, but we are now, you know, flexible in terms of the battlefield that we're going into. Maybe it be PvE or PvP. On our auto settings, we have the recovery, the Assumptio, and the Judex here. Also, we also have the you know, the blessing and the heal. We usually put, you know, Magnus Exorcismus here, so that whenever the Magnus Exorcismus is on cooldown, we could still deal damage using the Judex. Alright, now let's go over the gears. So for the gears, I am using of course Holy Stick. It is plus 15. The reason why, the big reason and the big go signal that I have had to change from a high wizard to a high priest is the refine. So if you are a high wizard and you want to follow the path that I am, going to, then this can be added to your checklist before going to a high priest. Plus 15, because the fixed cast time, the 1 second fixed cast time reduction on your Magnus Exorcismus, if you're going to be the same as my build, is really helpful. Imagine without the -1 second fixed cast time, the cast of the Magnus Exorcismus is going to be longer and will make you handicapped in terms of the full support side of your build. So this is really what I wanted before I went overboard to the high priest. So it's as compared with a high wizard, we only have it on plus 14. So it does not matter in terms of the plus 15 or plus 14. It does not matter that much for a high wizard, since it's going to be only a difference of 0.5% cast delay, because the wand that we are using before was just like that. It doesn't have any bonuses on plus 15 refinement. Hopefully they add something in plus 15. Please add something. Anyway, so this is what I'm using. Some people also suggested for me to focus on Judex, but we're gonna be testing the waters from time to time, one at a time. Okay, so in terms of the enchants, we have kept all of the the magic level 3. I know I'm supposed to change it to magical attack, special enchant, so that I could get more magic damage on my build. But I still would be focusing on the cast time, because when you look at the magic attack enchant, this one not only decreases the variable cast time of your skill, it also decreases the fixed cast time. That brings my cast time to 0.4 only. 3 of this on 2 accessories too. Okay, so aside from that, the modification, we only reached Judex skill damage, which is still very good. For our accessories, we would have been wanting 2 Orlean gloves or 1 angelic ring and 1 Orlean gloves, but we still don't have that. So I only was able to change 1 accessory from the expert ring to the Orlean gloves. People say that I should be going for the angelic ring. Yes, I agree with that, but we don't have resources right now. So this is what I have. So in the future, my target is going to be angelic ring. Okay, so for the armor, we are using the sprint set, since sprint set is going to be used more widely by most of the high priests right now. But we will be changing to a tanky build in the future, just in case we stay longer than we should in a high priest. The Goibens set is going to be the one on level 90s or 100 if ever we don't have that, if ever we have that armament. Okay, so for the divine armament, it's going to be a separate video, so please wait on that one. I'm still making sure that all my knowledge are complete before I make a video about it. So this is my my garment. So since we are needing more a change in our enchants for the garments and for the armor, I am now going to be focusing more on this armor set. Okay, for my shield, it's going to be the immune shield, so that I could do more healing done and healing taken. That's going to be a big thing, and it was. Okay, so now for our cards, of course, damage modifier cards are for my holy stick. For this one, it's still the same. I kept everything the same. Freldora here. This one is Verit card. This one is Argyop. And this two, in terms of the changes on the accessory cards, we have now changed to Vitata card. So Vitata card has increased my heal by around 2,000, I think. So this one and this one. So 2 Vitata cards. I'm not going to be changing it to 4 Vitata cards because we need also magic damage, and that's why we have Mimic card and the Wraith card here so that I could 3-star them easier. Okay, so for our headwears and accessories, so accessory wear here, we have the G Earth card on our headgear. On face gear, we are using still the same Goblin Chief Puppet and Edga. This one doesn't have any changes, you know, still angeling. There's no other card for the mouthwear. And for our back gear, we have Golden Thief Bug and Deviling Puppet card. Now, in terms of our synced gears, we are either using this for shadow versus shadow enemies, or if it's not a shadow or undead enemy, then we'll go with this. We won't be using this since we don't need the global cooldown or cast delay reduction. Okay, now here for overall or general mobs, we are using the, what do you call this, the glasses. And for the undead and demons, we are using this gacha. Now for our mouthwear, we now switched back to Doram Pipe since this one has a magical attack of 2%, and that's it. Even though we are not yet on +10 here, it's still going to be more than sufficient for our build. Now for the backwear, we are either using the same cycles. For PvP, we are using this gun. For the demons and the undeads, we are using the scythe. And for in general, we are using the cat backpack. So for the costume, we are either using this or this. Okay, this is for more on PvP. This is more on PvE. But sometimes I forget, and I'll just use still this one. Okay, so now for our Vero score, you saw that in our previous video. We kind of gotten somewhat of a lucky roll on that one because on only one tap we got Exorcism prediction on our 5-weight Demic Cogwheel. So although it's not going to be that much useful to have Energy Storm with it, it's still okay as long as we had that Exorcism prediction. Now, the problem here is that the second Vero score, the Holy Light boost is going to be much more used since this one increases a lot our heal. But we have also achieved Exorcism boost, but on a separate Demic Cogwheel. Oh my goodness, I would have wanted Holy Light boost and Exorcism boost on the same Demic. That would be a dream. So that's our target in the future. And Healing Prism. So Healing Prism and Holy Light boost are a tie, so they should be together in my opinion. And Mana Lens Reversal, it's okay. I'm not usually, you know, fond of this because you have to be in melee range, but it's okay. We don't have any other 4-weight that has Healing Prism on, so this is the best one that we have right now. Okay, so for our pets, we are still using the same set. Okay, nothing has changed. Buffo Jr. really adds up healing on healing count on our MVP, so it's really good. And if Buffo Jr. died, then you go for Squidget, increased damage. If she died, then Dunel, still increased physical damage and magic damage for the whole party is really good. So I'm really liking it. And lastly, the Earth Lord for grinding and for sometimes for Juperos when the mob comes out. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't have any other else to talk about. This is already a very long video. All right, so that's what we have right now, 0.4 second, and the heal is still around 20,000. That was my only goal, but then again they said that it should be 30,000 even for holistic, so good luck to me. So of course we have to test this out. All right. So we are now trying to go against a dummy that is undead, medium, and demon, since our weapon is Skell Worker and Strophe card right now. So we are going to, you know, wish for a higher maximum damage dealt. Okay, so let's go. Let's now use Squidget as of the moment. Okay, there you go. So let's try Judex, Magnus. All right, so let's look at our damage dealt. We could go up to 3 million, 3.5 million on the whole duration. Okay, full duration. So one tick is around 500,000 because you need the exorcism boost to stack up. Okay, the first damage was around 300,000, right, per tick. Now it goes to 500,000 per tick. All right, so that's what you are supposed to see. 588,000, 536,000. So this is what I have been telling you guys. While it is on cooldown, we are using Judex. And when it is not on cooldown, of course, we're gonna use it and then Judex. Alright. So that's one of the good things that you have on the hybrid build. You can still, you know, resurrect and everything. Alright. So now we are going towards 600,000 DPS. That's nice, that's nice. You know, the Squidget is really helpful because that's the 20% increase on the damage. That's nice. We are reaching 700,000. Can we reach 700,000? Yes, we can. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit more. Yes. There you go. 700,000 DPS. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. But that is towards the element that we are, you know, advantageous on. All right. So, I think that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like, share this to your friends, and click that bell notification button so you get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again on the next video. Bye! 'Cause now I found you.